ask your
Rahul,
lifeline.
20.
हाँ.
Pakka?
Go for it, yeah, go for it. जब भी we have stayed back, we lost.
Okay, 20.
Okay, and I hope you get this 20-pointer. St. Anselm's, you've been very good at this before. Here is 20-pointer. Which sports person became the FIDE World Chess Champion after drawing the 6th game of his match against Vladimir Akopian in 1999?
Rahul,
Which sports person became the FIDE World Chess Champion after drawing the 6th game of his match against Vladimir Akopian in 1999?
Lifeline?
No.
1999.
Yes, St. Anselm's. Go for it. The answer is? No, I need an answer. I've given you a lot of time.
Gary Kasparov.
No, it wasn't Gary Kasparov. The answer was Alexander Khalifman. The answer was Alexander Khalifman. Now let's get LSA Kolkata in.
10 pointer.
You want a 10. Here is your 10-pointer. Which American athlete won the women's 100 meters gold at both the 1992 and 1996 Olympic Games, the latter in a 10.94-second photo finish with Merlene Ottey? Which American athlete won the women's 100 meters gold at both the 92 and the 1996 Olympic Games, the latter in a 10.94-second photo finish with Merlene Ottey?
I can ask my lifeline.
Yes, of course you can ask your lifeline.
No.
I think it's
92 and 96 games. The women's 100 meters gold. The answer was?
Florence Whitaker.
No, the answer was Gail Devers. The answer was Gail Devers. Now, PSPB Nungambakkam, come in.
Ask my lifeline.
You want to ask your lifeline? You want to ask me the weather?
Take a 20? Yeah. 20.
Okay. Here is your 20-pointer. After Bramall Lane in Sheffield, which became the first new English venue in 101 years to host a test match? After Bramall Lane in Sheffield, which became the first new English venue in 101 years to host a test match? The lifeline is still open.
Shah. No idea.
After Bramall Lane in Sheffield, the first new English venue in 101 years to host a test match. Yes, please read. Go for it.
Taunton.
No, it had to be a recent test match venue. It was Chester Street. Chester Street, England versus Zimbabwe, 2003. That's what I was looking for. Now, St. Anselm's, Jaipur. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
How
20.
24 points.
If we take a 20, difference will be cut down to 4.
Yeah, 20 do you expect to get?
I'll throw it on you.
Take a 20.
Okay, 20.
20, you're already in second place. But I will not influence you at all. You want a 20. Here is your 20-pointer. Listen carefully. After Steve Davis and Stephen Hendry, which Welsh sportsperson is the only snooker player to complete the Triple Crown of Masters, UK Championship and World Championship in one season? After Steve Davis and Stephen Hendry, which Welsh sportsperson is the only snooker player to complete the Triple Crown of Masters, UK Championship and World Championship in one season?
Jimmy White.
No, St. Anselm's, it wasn't Jimmy White. The answer was Mark Williams. The answer, of course, was Mark Williams. And LSA Kolkata, you knew it. It's amazing how often you sit there and you know the answers and suddenly you are under pressure. Here we go. Lakshmi Vatsingani Academy.
20.
20 pointers. This is the last question of this national semi-final, and I'd love it to end on a very good note. Listen carefully. In 1987, Britain achieved the unique double of winning both the women and the men's event at the US Open Golf Championship. Laura Davies won the former. Who won the men's event?
please repeat?
In 1987, Britain achieved the unique double of winning both the women's and the men's event at the US Open Golf Championship. Laura Davies won the women's. Who won the men's?
Can I ask my lifeline?
Yes, of course you can ask your lifeline. And lifeline says yes or no.
No.
Lifeline says no. Give me an answer.
1 second.
Yes.
David Duval? No.
No, David Duval is American, isn't he? I said, which British golfer? The
Davis
answer was
Love.
Nick Faldo.
Nick Faldo.
The answer was Nick Faldo, LSA Kolkata. We've had an absolutely bizarre end to this last national semi-final. Here are the scores. So, in third place, the Lakshmipat Singhania Academy from Kolkata, once again struggling with the big 20-pointers, finishing minus 18. Then, slipping into second place, St. Anselm's from Jaipur with 5 points. And winners, 3 in a row, PSBB Nungambakam, a champion team from the south, with 39 points. Now, you'll never see a more bizarre scoring curve than this. Take a look at Blue. Blue were on 30 when 40 started. They went in for the big ones and they finished with 5 points. Lakshmipat Singhania just surfaced to make their presence felt and down again. And so the yellow line really wasn't stretched, and PSBB Nungambakam finishing with 39 points. Okay, time to call our lifelines in as well. And I've got a couple of presentations to make to Sri Krishna Sriram and Vishal Chandrasekhar. Come along, Vishal. This is what you won for your school, a cash award of 2 lakhs of rupees as winners of this national semi-final. And we've got a hero of the day to present as well. There's only one hero in this last semi-final. He piloted his team through, and that is Sri Krishna Sriram, who wins our hero of the day little trophy. And you win yourself yet another Hero Razorback cycle from Hero Cycles. Well done. And I hope the school's very proud of you for having won that for you. Now then, here we go. St. Anselm's, Rahul Gaur and Shreyans Maini. You've been a fantastic team. Congratulations. But second place today, you might just have played it differently, I suspect, in retrospect. And don't bother about the fact that you knew the last answer. This can happen sometimes. And Lakshmipat Singhania Academy, champions of the East. Nobody can ever take that away from you. Champions of the East, very, very well done indeed. So then, at the end of it all, we've got 3 qualifiers into the national final. The 3 best teams in India. Qualifying from this semi-final, the Padma Seshadri Bal Bhavan from Nungambakam in Chennai. Qualifying from the first semi-final, the Hartley's High School from Kolkata. And then it came down to a tie. We had to count the number of second places. That was constant as well. And so we had to go into a third criterion, which was the sum of all the points that these 2 teams had scored. The 2 teams in contention were Abhinav Vidyalaya and St. Anselm's Jaipur. Third qualifier on the basis of scoring more points than St. Anselm's is Abhinav Vidyalaya from Pune, and they complete our lineup at the national finals. It has been absolutely riveting, absolutely engrossing, and I cannot wait to get to this final. The 3 best teams in India contesting the finals of the ESPN School Quiz 2004. That's next up. Don't forget to join us. Welcome one final time to the weekend review at the ESPN School Quiz 2004. It's been an exhilarating series and we've had some absolutely fantastic contests. The kids have shown great sporting knowledge, but even more than that, they've shown great presence of mind and bravery. It's not easy to unscramble those photographs as they appear, to hit those 10s and 20 pointers in the end. And we're delighted that we got the 6 best teams in the country after having started this quiz with as many as 108. That's what we had at the start of this week. 6 of the best teams in the country. By the time the week ended, it would be down to the last 3. Only 3 of them making the national final. Who would they be? Week 12 had a lot of answers. With so much at stake, I won't hold you back any longer and take you straight through to Monday's semi-final, where Abhinav Vidyalaya from Pune were looking to avenge their first semi-final defeat against Hartley's of Kolkata. Now that's why when we get to the national semi-final, we have a best of three affair, because it means the best teams, even if they lose one game, can actually come back and live to fight another day. That way, we ensure we get the best three teams in the national final. So it was a big one for Abhinav Vidyalaya, and it was a big one as well for Brighton's Dehradun. Don't forget, they'd lost pretty tamely in their first semi-final. So let's go and catch the action. Welcome back to the deciding round of this national semi-final, and so much can happen here. Hartley's High School, who was 17 points behind at this stage, if they win this, they're guaranteed a place in the national finals. On the other hand, if Abhinav Vidyalaya win it, they get a win too, and that'll make it very tricky to decide which team from here will qualify for the national final. So there is so much at stake as we go into that last round. It's called Fortius. Okay, Fortius means stronger, and even though they're leading, Abhinav will have to be very strong here to pick up their points. So let's get you in first. Your options are 5, 10 and 20. 10s and 20s carry negatives. 1 use of the lifeline, and presumably you want a 5. 5, which is the right thing to do. Here's your 5-pointer. Playing their home matches at the Reebok Stadium, which English soccer club is known as the Trotters?
Bolton Wanderers.
Bolton Wanderers, they got their 5 points. And Hartley's, I must tell you, I don't know what you're going to choose, but I love this attitude. As soon as they said Bolton Wanderers, out came Hartley's, like an opening batsman behind the bowlers.
5.
You want a 5 as well? That's a very interesting choice. I thought you might take 10 and go closer, but you know these things much better than I do. Here is your 5-pointer. Who kept wickets for Australia at the 1975 Cricket World Cup?
Rodney Marsh.
Yes, it is! Rodney Marsh, it is! Oh, Hartley's just kept their cool. For one brief moment, I thought they'd lost it. Well done, Rodney Marsh, it was. Now, what are you going to do, Brightlands?
10 pointer.
You take a 10? Okay. Here's your 10-pointer. In Test cricket, who is the first person to have scored a triple century at Lord's? In Test cricket, who is the first person to have scored a triple century at Lord's? Yes, Brightlands, you have a lifeline if you want to choose. If you choose to use it.
Kunal.
No.
The first person to score a triple century at Lord's is... No?
Charles Bannerman. Charles Bannerman.
Tony scored a triple. The answer was Graham Gooch. The answer was Graham Gooch, who made 333 against India. Now, Abhinav, come along. Still 17, but still 5. Here's your 5-pointer. Whom did Andy Roddick beat in the finals of the 2003 US Open men's singles event? Whom did Andy Roddick beat in the finals of the 2003 US Open men's singles event? Got a lifeline.
Do you know it?
Whom did Andy Roddick beat in the final of the 2003 US Open men's singles? Yes or no, lifeline?
Yes.
Says yes.
You go for it.
Okay. The answer is?
Roger Federer.
No, it isn't Roger Federer. The answer is Juan Carlos Ferrero. Now, Hartley's Kolkata, does that open a little window of opportunity for you?
Can I consider my faster? 5 or 10? 10. Yes.
10, he says.
Okay, 10.
Okay, difference is 17. If you get this, you close the gap to just 7 points. Okay. Here is your 10-pointer. Which Formula One driver created a world record by winning 5 consecutive Grand Prix races in the year 1992? Which Formula One driver
Ayrton Senna.
No.
Mansell.
The answer is Mansell. Yes, it was. Nigel Mansell. Sometimes in Fortius, you just pause for a while. I give you a lot of time. Pause for a while. Now, Brightlands.
21.
You want a 20?
You're already out.
Okay. That's your logic. I'll give you a 20. Here it is. By winning the 1500 meters at the 1968 Olympics and the 3000 meters at the 1972 Olympics, which legendary Kenyan became the first man to set Olympic records in 2 separate running events? by winning the 1500 meters at the 68 Olympics, the 3000 meters at the 72 Olympics, which legendary Kenyan became the first man to set Olympic records in 2 separate running events?
Okay.
Lifeline. Yes or no, lifeline?
No.
No, there's lots of clues in there.
Can you repeat the question?
I'll do it for you. By winning the 1500 meters at the 68 Olympics and the 3000 meters at the 72 Olympics, which legendary Kenyan became the first man to set Olympic records in 2 separate running events? And writers spent a long time on this. The answer is...
Perseverance.
No, Lassie Viren was in Kenya. The moment you hear a Kenyan running legend, your thought turns to Kip Keino.
Oh.
Your thought turns to Kip Keino, and the answer I was looking for was Kip Keino.